Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back once again to JayJay's PC Build. You know, it is JayJay with you once again. First time here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today, we're diving into something that's been blowing up my inbox all week. Because there are three major things that are happening in the PC world right now. And one of them might actually change how you build your next rig. Intel just dropped a chip that looks like great on paper, but might be hiding a problem nobody's talking about. AMD fired back with CPUs that will be pulling numbers I didn't expect. And the third thing, well, let's just say the future-proof conversation is about to get a whole lot louder. So let's get into it. I spent the week running benchmarks nonstop, and I mean nonstop. Gaming workloads, creator workloads, synthetic tests, real-world tests, power draw, thermals, the whole thing. I wanted to see what CPUs actually do when you put them under pressure, not just what the marketing slides say. And right away, the first behaved depending on the workload. I wanted to see how it behaved, basically. In Cyberpunk, for example, Intel chip came out swinging with a higher peak FPS, which I know I don't have that chip, but I did try it with the 8th gen processor, just as a test. But for the moment, you switch to a heavy multitasking scenario, the Ryzen part starts to flex its efficiency and core management. It's wild how quickly the story changes depending on what you're doing. Now let's talk about power draw, because this is where things get interesting. Intel is still pushing high wattage to get those top end numbers, and you can feel it in the thermals. Even with a solid cooler, you guys know my solid coolers. That thing wants to run hot, no matter what. AMD, on the other hand, is pulling noticeably less power, while staying surprisingly competitive in performance, and looks, I'm not here to sell you guys on the brand or the other. I'm not here to sell you one or the other. But I am here to tell you the truth. If you're building in a smaller case, or you care about noise levels, that difference matters. It's not just the numbers on the chart, it's the difference between a quiet system and a jet engine underneath your desk or on top of your desk. Now, for creators out there, I ran a full suite of editing and rendering tests. Like, I tried with Blender. I'm not so good with the DaVinci. I did use, what do you call it? What is it? I use all the time. Microsoft Clip Chip. I did try it there to see what it was pulling. You know, the whole lineup. And this is where the Ryzen chip really started to shine. Multi-core workloads are in its playground, basically, and it shows. Rendering times consistently faster, and the system stayed cooler while doing it. Intel still holds its certain single-threaded task, but if you're doing heavy editing or 3D work, you're going to feel the difference with the AMD's architecture. It's not just night and day, guys. It's not. But it's enough that you'll notice it over time. But I know some people will have difference of opinion, and this is not a bashing for Intel or AMD. It's just what my experience is from the past to the present. But here's the part everyone keeps asking me. Which one is actually the better buy? And the truth is, it depends on what you're building for. I can't give you a definite answer on that. because some people have different taste of building. They want to use it for gaming. Like I told you guys, the three bucket rule. You got content creating, you got office, and you got gaming. And inside those buckets are a plethora of range of what you can do and not do. Depends on what you want to build. So if you're looking for a pure gaming, PC and you want the highest possible FPS and titles you care about, Intel still has an edge in some of the games and scenarios. But if you want a balanced system, and I've always used the word balanced, that runs cooler, uses less power, and crushes multi-core workloads, AMD is looking like the smarter long play. The smartest long. I'm going to say long term. How about that? The long term play. How about that? And it brings us to the future-proof question. Because of this, where the conversation gets really messy, Intel's platform is nearing the end of its upgrade path. Now, nobody has really considered that, going from Raptor Lake to the 200 series. But that might be ending its path as well. So, while AMD still has life left in it, that means if you're thinking about upgrading again in a year or two, AMD gives you more room to grow without replacing your motherboard. AM5 is still has a lot of life in it, though. Now, I'm not telling you. Now, I'm not gonna tell you what to buy. I'm telling you what the data says. And the data says both of these chips have strengths and they both have weaknesses. And the right choice depends on your build, your budget, and your priorities. But here's the thing. I want you to think about, as we wrap this up, what matters more to you? Peak performance today or flexibility tomorrow? Because that is the real question behind this entire comparison. So, drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what you're building, what you're upgrading from, and which chip you're leaning toward. I read comments every day. And I want to know what direction the community is heading. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next breakdown. Because we've got more hardware coming in the future, more tests on the way. Hopefully we can get more hardware and get more testing done. And a couple surprises I think you guys are going to want to see. Thanks for watching. Thanks for helping, thanks for hanging out with me. That's better to say. And as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video. Until the next time, and the next video or live stream, you know it is, and we'll see you on the next one.
Take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show